What it is, yo, another edition of Soul Cycle Alchemy every Saturday at 8. Y'all know we be on
Yep,
we be
Saturday
on
night.
Nagar time. We be on
There's
Nagar time.
We're on nigger time. Uh-oh.
Nagar time.
We know what time that is. That's
Late.
usually late. That
Yeah.
means we're late. Well,
But we
let's
here
get.
though.
Yeah, we are here. Better late than never.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do the mantra, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the mantra and the crown chakra day libations, and you can do yours.
It's not Islam, the brother Yazim.
Oh,
Yazim is always coming in supporting us. Peace, brother.
okay.
Peace.
Peace. Islam. I see you. Okay.
Islam, Islam.
All right. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible life, from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being to become realized into physical realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be, is now being to becoming an active force of higher consciousness and an active force of infinite intelligence within us all now. Being to becoming the great primordial dragon god son kundalini flame. Now whirling and ascending up our spine from our root chakra to our central heart chakra, on up to our royal crown chakra, igniting our royal crown chakra, illuminating our first eye. The Lord Amunel Dragra, our hidden priestly grandmaster, magi, dragon, god, son, king, and queen, igniting all of the 72 chakras in our first eye, our 72 primordial dragon, god, son, kings, and queens, igniting all of our legions of 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 armies 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 of armies. Now, willing all the powers, all the forces, all the elements, all the essences, all of the dark matter and dark energy within the absolute all, into being and becoming all of our will servants, serving all of our will's objectives, intentions, and desires, crystallizing them all into physical realization, actualization, and form as we all now will and commanded to be. Now, being and becoming an active force of unstoppable energy, helping us all now by bringing all out war, judgment, death, and destruction upon all of the corrupted, multi-dimensional, negative, archonic energies and their wannabe white supremacist, European American, imperialistic, globally counterfeit spirits running the surface of the earth with all of their technology that's directed against us and our well-being in order to kill, murder, corrupt, and degenerate us, taking us all off of our true evolutionary path and cycle to forever enslave us deeper and deeper into their artificial reality construct in the name of their God and Master, the Demiurge, as we are now all able of pulling down unlimited supernal energy from right out of the nothingness into our reality, manifesting it here as an all consuming flame that no force can stand up to, burning away all of the multidimensional archonic demiurge energies by raising the vibratory rate so high, making all of the archonic demiurge energies too sick to even fight us, as our energy is completely assuming away all of the archonic demiurge energies directed against us, clearing the way to our true evolutionary path, using our first eye, the hidden Grandmaster Magi, to open up a supermassive black hole Now, sucking in all of the archonic demiurge energies back into the primordial nothingness to be regenerated into something else more universally constructive, as we are now all free to ascend back up to conscious unity through the power, force, and might, will of the great no thingness of infinite beingness of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible life from which comes the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being to become realized into physical realization, actualization, and form, as we are now willing commanded to be, unto the entire omniverse, earth, and physical and spiritual matrix and heavenlies, from beyond the entire omniverse, earth, and physical and spiritual matrix and heavenlies, now completely taken over and consciously judging and destroying the entire omniverse, earth, and physical and spiritual matrix and heavenlies, being and becoming the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into physical realization, actualization, and form, as we all now will and commanded to be. Abracadabra, Ashe. Okay, crown chakra day libations. Ain, the nothingness. Ashe. Ain soft, the infinite one. Ashe. Ain soft or the infinite, endless, limitless light. Ashe. Atik Yaman, the ancient of ancient, the most ancient of days, the primordial Christ, the big face within. Ashe. Atik Yaman, the hidden face. Ashe. Atzilut, the supernal universe, manifesting within us as our holy divine names, the cosmic Christ. Ashe. The great abyss of Gnosis, our crown of Zerampin, the indwelling Christ. Ashe. The small face. Ashe. Berea, form, creation, and paradise, manifesting in us as a holy, divine, infinite, magical, dark, archangels and demons. Ashe. Yetzirah, formation, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical orders of dark angels and demons. Ashe. Ashia, the actual physical world in the making, manifesting in us as our earthly kingdom. Ashe. Yeshida, the holy divine spark, manifesting in us as our holy divine will. Ashe. Heya, our holy divine life force, manifesting in us as our holy divine desire. Ashe. Neshama, our holy divine heavenly soul and spirit, manifesting in us as our holy divine thoughts. Ashe. Ruach, our holy divine soul, manifesting in us as our holy divine word, spoken through us. Wait, uh, yeah. Ruach, our holy divine soul, manifesting in us as our holy divine word, spoken through us as I. Ashe. Nephish, our holy divine earthly soul and spirit, manifesting into physical realization, actualization, and form, as we are now willing commanded to be. Ashe. Kether, the crown. Ashe. Hakma, wisdom, the supernal father. Ashe. Bana, understanding and intelligence, the supernal mother. Ashe. Da, the great abyss of gnosis. Ashe. Hesed, mercy. Ashe. Gavora, judgment. Ashe. Tiferet, beauty. Ashe. Netzik, victory. Ashe. Han, glory. Ashe. Yasad, foundation. Ashe. Malkut, the kingdom. Ashe. The power, force, might, will of the great nothingness, the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow. The cosmic flower constantly blooming the absolute all into being. Ashe. Lord Amunel Drakra, the hidden priestly grandmaster, magi, dragon god, son, king, and queen. Ashe. And to all of our chaos, cosmic, and earthly ancestors that was, that is, and that is being and becoming greater and greater again now. Ashe.
Ashe to the Nagas. Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Asar.
Ashe.
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 Um, Setmek. Ashe.
Ashe.
Malik. Ashe.
Ashe.
El Cristo Negro. Ashe.
Ashe.
Beyond gods. Ashe.
Ashe.
Order out of chaos beings. Ashe.
Ashe.
Tiamat. Ashe.
Ashe.
And all the primordial gods and all the order gods, Ashe.
Ashe.
And all the gods known and unknown, all the goddesses known and unknown, Ashe.
Ashe.
Empress, Ashe. To all my kinship, Ashe. To all my ancestors, Ashe.
Ashe.
All right, let's start this show, man.
To all of my fallen ancestors and fallen comrades, Ashe. To all of our teachers that have transcended, that are now masters of the universe, Ashe. And to all of us gods, us chaos gods here on earth now in this fight, Ashe.
Right. I'm more than a chaos. I'm order out of chaos. I'm order and chaos combined. I'm order and chaos combined. They had a son. It was me.
Okay.
Order and chaos had a son.
Oh, they had a son. What did they call him?
uh,
What did they call
uh, the Beyond Gods.
him? The Beyond Gods. Okay.
Yeah, the Beyond Gods.
Well, darkness is the mother,
Order and chaos being.
father of light.
You said what?
Darkness is the mother and father of light.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just going over the Sumerian cosmology.
Oh, you were. Yeah, I guess that's why you brought up Tiamat, huh?
Yeah. She's primordial deity in their cosmology. Well,
Yeah.
she's the mother of all the other gods.
Yeah.
Tiamat was the mother
Yeah.
of all the other gods.
Yeah.
In their
And
cosmology.
she sent her husband Aspu to war against the other younger gods because they were making too much noise, and they defeated Aspu. And then she sent her son Kingu, who she gave the tablets of destiny to, which is Bobby Hemming's melanin. And unfortunately, they
Basically,
defeated him.
it's like it's your rulership over the whole universe.
Mm-hmm.
The tablets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and the tablets actually represent an aspect of our melanin, our DNA, our genetics. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the rulers of. Once you master yourself, you master the universe.
Yes. Yeah.
And once you master yourself, you master the
When you
universe.
master the universe, you can
That's what
change.
what was the concept? He-Man, master of the universe, and all that stuff. And they even talked about that in the new version of He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They were talking about the self mastery of self. When you become master of self, you become master of the universe. They even mentioned that. I already knew that prior to me even knowing that that's where their whole storyline was going with it. And I was like, they mean mastery of they mean mastery of yourself because of course we figured it out. You know, we are the universe embodied or personified. You know what I'm saying? And that means every aspect of the universe. The
But you know who had
primordial beginnings, primordial beginnings, and what became order.
You know who had the most um, who had the most chance of advancement or evolving on He-Man?
Who was that?
Skeletor.
Right.
Skeletor, that was the dark side, dude.
Because he was looking for that dark primordial energy constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is the dark primordial energy have been deemed evil because it's so powerful that its destructive power is so overwhelming that it's been deemed as evil.
Yeah, I can understand why they would do that because when I meditate, I meditate on that crystal that uh, that when your melanin becomes darker and darker and darker, you become darker and darker. It's like all your melanin just become more and more dense, so dense and so compressed until you become it's like so dark until all of a sudden it starts shining until boom a light comes on. It just
Right.
boom, your shit like crystallizes. Okay. It's like
Right.
crystallizing your melanin and that shit, and it turns to light, and you just turn into this light being with this 666 carbon um, core that's just pulling in all this dark energy and dark matter, making itself more and more denser until it fucking completely collapses the entire universe and forms its own universe.
Right. I put the link in the chat for those who want to come in. If y'all want to come in, come on. But I see a lot
Okay.
of people coming in, but they leaving.
But that would be some shit if we could we figured out a way to make our soul so fucking dense to where if they were to kill us or to execute us, it would be like the most stupidest thing they can do because once that soul is released from the body, it becomes so dense it turns into a black hole and just suck everything into it and form a whole nother universe,
Right.
sucking this entire fucking planet, entire solar system, leaving a hole several light years across that eventually suck in the entire fucking galaxy, leaving a big ass rip, hundreds of thousands of light years across, causing a great void in space. I bet you they wouldn't fuck with us no more then if they knew that could happen.
I mean, I think that's why the soul should not leave the body or the astral realm that you constructed for it. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't leave that realm because if it enters into this realm or bleeds into this realm, it's like antimatter, and
Mm-hmm.
it literally will destroy, like you said, just a
Become
piece
too
of it will put a hole in this reality that's so massive that it becomes a black hole.
yeah, and then suck everything into it.
Yeah.
It'll make their fucking large hadron collider look like a little pussy.
But
Shit, what if they turn that large hadron collider on and that shit activates some shit in us and turn us into black holes and we collapse this motherfucker?
I mean, no, I don't think that technology is that far where it controls at that level. But what it is doing is interfering in the collective conscious some type of way. This is where you get the Mandela effect, and even if it's just the reverberations of the energy that's flowing off of it, that really puts a glitch in the collective consciousness or some type of way. But they
Oh,
found
so
a way to interfere, to come in the collective consciousness and change some things, right?
so they kind of like put a virus in it or something, or they
They're
they
constantly creating spiritual viruses, or
yeah.
they're releasing demons from the one realm to this realm. They become viruses here. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is the energy that they're using to create that hydron, whatever
Large hadron
super
collider.
collider and shit,
Mm-hmm.
a large hydron collider. The thing there, the energy is interfering with other subtle energies that natural world,
Oh, they're not
and
letting you speak on
this is
that.
where you get the effect, the called Mandela tainted. It's somewhat like a huh?
They
It's somewhat like an EMT when you turn that shit on and then all the electricity go off. See, the
and
thing about it is they have a lot of artificial energy that's kind of interfering with the natural world energy.
Oh, well, then if you got this artificial energy trying to
There's a lot of,
enter,
like right now there's a that's energy that we're calling this.
well, must be the folks at NSA. How y'all doing out there in the land NSA?
Hey,
Yeah, yeah, we got a
they
buggy.
interfering now.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers.
I said hello to the people in the offices at the NSA. This is for
Ha!
y'all.
Yeah, right. Oh, they don't want to fuck around. I'll do a ritual on their ass right now. Fuck around. Do a ritual. Y'all talking about sending viewers.
Oh, they're doing
Away.
their rituals too.
I send
Oh,
you.
I'm
I
just
send some shit your way. Y'all talking about remote viewers? I send some shit your way that will fucking disturb you forever. It's gonna haunt your ass forever.
well. I'm planning on collapsing their universe and sucking them all into oblivion. Yeah, yeah. So this
Yeah,
past week was a
they really
major.
trying to interrupt what we doing now.
Oh yeah. Well, they've
They
been
really
doing
trying to
me
interrupt.
like this all week, man. Fucking up my computer when I'm trying to do a trade. I can't make a trade. Showing me the wrong price and shit. I'm thinking I'm buying at the bottom. I'm buying at the top. All kind of crazy shit.
Well, they got a new, they got a internet 2.0 or 2.1 or something. You ever heard of
Um, Probably where I can get real time
that?
shit.
It's supposed to be a whole new. It's supposed to be a whole new version of the internet, and I think they're literally ushering this one out right now. Slowly but
Mm,
surely, they ushering it out. That's why you got to get the 5G now in order for any of
hmm
your stuff to be operational. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, hmm, yeah.
You gotta go to 5G now for anything for your program or your device to be compatible with the new signals that they're incorporating in the internet. Then you ain't gonna be able to get on it. It's gonna be slow like it is right now. Because I
hmm
haven't upgraded. I haven't upgraded. You feel
mm.
me? You have to upgrade, and because those new devices, the old devices are not going to be compatible for what's happening.
Yeah, it's like when they changed from analog to digital TV,
Right.
and everyone had to
When
get
they
the
did
decoder
that,
box.
it was kind of a gradual process because people had to acclimate themselves. They had to acclimate themselves to that new technology and stuff. But now it's like they can just they got control. The internet basically is the new tyranny. It's the new what you call the deep state. It's the new tyranny. It's the new government control. The internet, because so many
Mhm.
people are fascinated and so into the internet that they're going to use it to control you.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
going to use it as a fascist way to dictate over your life.
it's an artificial god.
I hear you.
Yeah. Oh well, you stopped. You just like.
It literally was looked at as a god on the American Gods on American
hmm
Gods.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, shit, it's pretty much a god here now.
You are too.
Yeah. Um. Damn. Man, they're doing all
Yeah,
kind of tricks over
signal is
there at
really
the
bad right
NSA.
now. We got a really bad signal coming through. I hope they don't do this with my next show.
Oh,
I
you
got.
know what I'm gonna do?
I think I
Okay.
gotta reset my.
Hey, wanna shut our shit down and restart it and get back on.
We got.
Oh man, they got us in boo boo land right now, dude.
They throttle on this. See, it was another. It was somebody else on here too. I just had to remove. Okay, you can hear me. Thanks for the update. The brother, are you coming in, brother? Dark Magic Dragon. No, that brother's paused. So, but I can still be heard, right? So, yeah, I'll just go further. That brother gonna come back in because they dropping our signal heavy right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know I paid my internet bill. I paid my internet bill. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, they got it fucked up. But yeah, other than that, we gotta keep building. Let's see.
Okay, I restarted.
You said what?
I rebooted everything. Let me turn my speaker back on.
Right. Can Dark Magic Dragon be heard, brother?
Okay,
Yazzie, can you hear Dark Magic Dragon?
can they hear me? Can
He
you
hasn't
hear me?
responded yet, but I can hear you. So let's continue. Let's go on and continue.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can
They
hear me,
throttling
then
us, so you know we expect this, man. Come on. Yeah, he
yeah.
hear you. You heard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And plus, we should probably always reboot our shit before we do the show.
No, you're right. I forgot to do that. I usually
Yeah.
do reboot my shit before I do shows and everything, but I didn't do it this time. So
Yeah. You got to refresh the
I
shit.
really didn't have time. I just ran in the house before the show started, so that's why it took so
Hmm.
long for the show to start. I had just
Yeah.
got in the house, so
Okay.
the spirit meant for this to happen though, because look, I'm
Hmm.
here, we here. You feel me?
Yeah. We here now.
You
Yeah.
got to understand like how the spirit world works is like solely, totally different from what you would perceive in your physical thinking, your
Oh.
physical orientation. It's like
Oh.
totally different. You
Totally
know what I'm saying?
different.
Spirit
They
world,
speak.
the
They
spirit
speak a
world
whole
really
different
it don't
language.
make sense a lot of times. You know
No.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It don't make sense.
Yeah. It
And you
don't
got to
make
be able
sense.
to decipher. It's like it's telling you your higher self is telling you something all the time. You just gotta be in tune with yourself to understand it because a lot of times it don't even make sense.
Yeah, and or it makes clear. It makes very clear fucking sense. It makes too much fucking sense. A lot of
Right.
time it makes too much fucking sense. It makes so
I
much
mean,
fucking sense that you say this can't be. This can't be. This nah. That's too easy.
I
And
would say it
turns
makes
out,
too much intuitiveness. It's too intuitive. It's like you not only sense it, it's intuitive now. It's like you know it now. It ain't like you it's become you. You become it. It's
but it's
become you. You
something new.
become it.
Yeah, but it's new. The way it is now is kind of new. It's not like how it was before. And it's being and it's up against a hell of a challenge right now. This energy is being challenged by pretty much our own selves. What's happening on the outside is a reflection of what's going on the inside of us, and it's just shit that we have to. There's a battle, the inner battle that we have to overcome.
Right. I just noticed how you said it's new, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's damn near impossible to happen. You know that, right? For something new.
It's new to us. It's new to us in this age. It's not new on the planet. There's nothing new under the sun, but there are some things that are so old that that it's been dormant so long until when they do reemerge, it seemed like it's something new.
Right. That's that. What I was saying. My point was the fact that there could be something new, but that takes a creative energy that
Well,
it's just like how I asked the question a long time ago: Has hip hop evolved?
mm-hmm.
Has hip hop evolved? And this is a question amongst the hip hop heads that I talked to. I was like, did hip hop evolve? Is there something new that we haven't heard before out there? And when I scatter, there's a lot of creativity going on and stuff, but I can't really say that there's a lot of new stuff out there. It's not really new. It's like you're probably doing something at a higher level, or you probably, you know what I'm saying. But I wouldn't say it's new. It's rare to find something actually new. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Okay. Well.
We think it's like regular, but people just regurgitating and people just recycling old shit.
Mm-hmm. Well. Okay. In the sense of alchemy. Okay. In alchemy, you can take something old and put it through a process of degeneration and um, putrefaction, and then let it start all over again, and you'll turn something old into something new.
Hmm. Something old into something new.
Yeah, and
That's
yes, and that
regenerating it though. Is that new? You just regenerated it. You didn't create something new. You
you're
changed the
creating something
elements
new
of
out
the
of something old.
compound. You changed the elements around and then created it. Because if you take all of the um, elements on a particle on a molecular level and you try to manipulate it, there's all type of variations you can come up with.
Okay, but in the sense of mental alchemy, what we're doing, we're turning lead into gold, meaning we're turning our carnal mind, which is lead, into a super spiritual, a super massive soul mind, which is
Right,
gold. Okay,
right,
so that's turning something old into something new.
right.
But then again, it's turning something old back into something that it used to be, which is old too.
I
But
think
it appears
I
as
think
being new
I
here.
think I think old and new is wrong concepts. If you ask me, or I could say they're finite concepts. Why? Because if everything is everything, what you're like you just said, what you're calling old is just old stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's being recalibrated or it's being changed some type of way alchemically
Hmm.
and it being presented as something new, but it's something actually old, meaning that there is no new material the universe is producing besides what it has been producing. Like in that sense, like everything is everything.
So, in other words, what appears to be new today is only something that from yesterday,
The
a long time.
transformation or the alchemy of it's the alchemy of that energy or that matter. That energy is the alchemy of
Yeah,
it.
during that cycle, that
Yeah,
same cycle during that period.
right.
During- yeah, we're repeating the same cycles over and over, and during those same cycles, we, creativity, consciousness is at a certain level. So it's easy to predict
Yes,
what's going to happen through that 24,000 year procession around
yes,
the, the star Sirius.
right.
But uh, who has the calendar that predicts what happens around that 221 million year procession around the entire Milky Way?
Think about this though. Numbers is another construct, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
just a way that construct. It's just a way that we calculate through our sensory perception the activities of things, the measurements, numbers itself, right?
Okay, well, it can be presented to us in a way that is in a universal language, but
Yeah, numbers
there
is
has
it actually is a number universal
there
language.
has to be a calendar that tracks the entire movement of our solar system traveling around the entire Milky Way.
And isn't that Brahma? Or
Well, Brahma is supposed to last so many trillions of years or billions, hundreds of billions of years. So, you know,
are you sure it's hundreds of billions?
it might be more than that. I heard some
I think it's
numbers.
more than that. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
more
think
than
it's
that.
some trillions of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time. So, um, how many
One
receptions?
year of Brahma is like 1 year of Brahma is like
Well,
a
one
couple of
year.
billion, couple of
Well,
billion.
yeah, 1 year of Brahma is 7 eternities. One
And how many
eternity,
how many is that?
I don't know. Well, one eternity equals 7 rounds, which is the 7 root races. Okay,
Right.
and it takes a long time to complete 7 root races. But when you complete 7 root races 7 times, then you have a day of Brahma. I
Hmm.
mean, you end the day of Brahma and you have the night of
You
Brahma.
want the night of Brahma, yeah.
And the night of Brahma, you have 7 eternities there, the same amount you have in the day of Brahma. And the
Right.
question is, what is the night of Brahma? And what
Woo.
are the seven
Is that divine?
eternities
And you
in
think
the
that's
night of
divine darkness?
Brahma?
The night of Brahma is divine darkness.
Yeah, that's when we can really see in the dark. That's when we'll probably have a whole different type of organs, a whole nother organ. We probably won't need a brain. We'll have something else to be
Well,
able.
there is some evidence to support what you're talking about. How the evolution of humanity changes after these cycles, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Meaning we were evolving a different way prior to this evolutionary cycle. We will evolve in a whole another different way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it literally produced. This is why we have sometimes we have these dreams where we like if you have a dream where you are another alien creature or something of that nature. Because I've had dreams like that where I was some other entity where you know
Oh
what I'm
well,
saying.
it's already natural for me. When I meditate, I automatically become that thing.
No, but what I'm saying is I've
Never
dreamed
dreamed.
that I was other creatures. I've
Oh
dreamed that
yeah.
I was other entities. Like you
Oh
feel
oh,
me?
that's some Ben 10 shit.
I'm saying I'm looking at it as the multidimensional reality, and we
Mm-hmm.
actually did live in those evolutionary processes. Those are
Oh
different evolutionary. Humanity is a whole nother different one. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
our soul has incarnated in many different species.
So this is where the whole aliens amongst us is coming from, because who's to say that okay, some of these groups that were supposed to be this distance from this evolutionary cycle, they
Mm-hmm.
stayed around or some, you feel me? Like
Oh,
you
other
got pocket
root
dimensions.
races.
Yeah, you got pocket
Oh yeah,
dimensions, right?
they're still here. They're still
Yeah.
here.
Look. You got other pocket dimensions in the forest. Deep in the forest is where you get all of this dimensional portal activity going on.
Oh shit!
Deep in the forest.
If you ever read these stories called creepy pasta, yeah, you hear all of stories all about that shit, but they're real creepy though.
Right. Like the
Yeah,
people tell no, there are real stories of people going in the forest and they become missing after a while. You feel
yeah,
me? They become
yeah.
missing. They be
All you gotta do is
somebody
just read.
lost. There are so many stories about that forest, man. I mean, any deep forest. This is oh my God. Do you remember? Do you remember when they was cutting down a lot of forests? They start cutting down the Congo.
Uh,
Remember?
yeah.
I think they're trying to interfere with those dimensional portals some type of way that in those forests, man.
Oh,
What's
that
going
was
on where they
down.
start cutting out down these forests all of a sudden?
Yeah, yeah. Start yeah for farmland and shit.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they say it's for, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's a
Uh huh.
deeper, sinister. It's a deeper, sinister plot every time.
Well, you came you on to something there.
Right,
Yeah.
because though the forests are are essential to our our ecosystem.
Yeah, so there are these other root races from the past and possibly root races from the future that are already here now in the different
You
pockets of
know the inner
dimension.
earth. You know the inner earth is an interdimensional world existing within the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I
Mm-hmm.
love how they depicted it in King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
They did a perfect depiction of the inner earth on that
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah.
You feel me? And he was
Yeah.
that's crazy because King Kong was the king of the inner earth. He was the underworld king.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It was so much symbology in that movie. I gotta go back. I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it again.
I saw it twice.
Because they
Yeah.
went in on
They,
that movie,
they
they went in.
did. They did go in on that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how they call them the Titans.
Yeah, because they actually represent that energy too.
Yeah. That
Right?
Titanic energy.
Yeah.
Actually, they're talking about our energy.
Of course. They everything is our energy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's
That's
nothing
our.
outside. We are the source of everything in the universe. Man, listen. That's why these other entities have to convince us that we're inferior. And you notice how Western science always speaks of humanity as insignificant.
Well, that's humanity. But see,
Yeah, but
when
you're right. You're right. But what's inside of humanity though is this the divine spark, and I mean that energy is so overwhelming that it destroys universes.
well, that divine spark, along with the melanin, that that
Divine dark. That
negrito,
divine dark.
yeah, th-
Divine darkness and divine light
yeah.
within us.
Well,
We
the
have
divine
divine darkness.
darkness will
We have
ignite
divine
the.
darkness within us, and we have divine light within us,
Well, we have the divine darkness, which
which
is the
produces the light.
potential to put. It has the potential to produce
Yeah,
the
it
light.
produces the light. So that's what I mean, though. We are
Mm-hmm.
the light. We are the Sith Lord and the Jedi. We are the
Mm-hmm.
Jedi and Sith Lord and one. We
Yeah.
embody both of those energies. Though we embody both of those energies.
Yeah, we're the demon and the angel. The
In one.
demon is the one that's providing the energy, running the ship, and the angels is the intelligence guiding it.
Indeed. No doubt. Yeah, we see that's what I'm saying. That's what you get on this show. We making breakthroughs spiritually. We making breakthroughs spiritually on this show. We're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
hear what you hear here on this show. We making breakthroughs. Come on now. You gotta give it up.
Yeah,
You got to give it up.
yeah,
Feel me? Because
yeah.
that right there to me is a breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we've discovered that. Now we've gotten rid of all of the stigma
Mm-hmm.
of that these concepts. We've gotten rid of the stigma of that. Like you can't come at me with the same nullified program about those concepts anymore. You got to come with it now. We making it where you got to come with it.
You got to come with it, or you can come up with that same old shit and just make the whole conversation pointless. It'd just be pointless for me to even participate in that conversation because you're stuck on whatever it is you're stuck on, and you're not
You in the
getting off.
program still.
Yeah, you're a
What
program
we
called.
just said is outside the program
Yeah,
about how the demons and the angels work together and nigga, how that energy is supposed to. Oh, that's outside the programming. We
way
say this to
outside.
motherfucker that you're crazy. You're crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'm crazy. Hey. I'm a
Yeah,
motherfucking fox.
yeah. They said we're gonna pray for you two. Spiritual assassins.
Right.
We're gonna shoot you with our Jesus Bop gun.
Right. Not even
uh,
realizing, not even realizing that you just neglecting your son within you, your Jesus energy within you. You neglecting that because you
yeah.
want to project it out to some entity and shit.
Oh yeah. You hoeing for Jesus.
Hoeing, you soul hoeing.
You
God
so
damn,
hoeing for Jesus.
these motherfuckers be soul hoeing,
They
man.
got their soul all dressed up every Sunday, looking all pretty. Hey Jesus, what you doing, babe?
Look at this soul,
Look
Jesus.
at this shit. You want some of this, Jesus?
Right, boy.
I give you some if you help me pay my rent.
Right. Hey, they literally do be asking for mundane crap.
Yeah. Help me
They
get
be
that new
asking for
car.
mundane crap, man.
I give you all my energy. I give it up all to you. You help me get that new car.
And the cool thing about it, the scripture itself says, "Don't worship me. You can do what I do." Plus, what the fuck? How more plain could you make it?
Mm, yeah, what I can do, you guys be greater.
Right.
Shit,
But
man.
that energy is always looking for predators, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They looking for y'all to prey on. That's why they call it prey.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's principalities, these entities that exist beyond human consciousness, motherfuckers. They preying on y'all dumbasses.
Yeah, you become their prey as you pray. As you pray, you become their prey.
And
Yeah,
they try to stick morals is just a way to control people. That's all morals is.
yeah,
Because it's not necessarily considered righteousness. If you're righteous, first of all, you're born righteous. You already know if you're doing something that you know you ain't supposed to do, it automatically kick in. You know you ain't supposed to do it.
yeah,
Automatically. Come on now. Everybody
yeah,
got that. So ain't no way possible, you understand me? That can be out of control to the point where you say everybody is born in sin, right? Which is the karmic debt that you're putting on yourself because that scripture tells you, oh, you were born in sin. Not knowing that sin actually is a word that means moon cycle.
Mm.
The etymology of it means moon cycle.
Moon
So
cycle.
when you were born in sin, you were born on a particular moon cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, to me, that seems like a great advantage to them because all they got to do is put themselves up real high and say, "We work for Jesus Christ. We're the church. We're the Vaticans. I'm the Holy Father of Rome. I'm the next to God down here." And so we're going to use these scriptures and everything to control you and take your energy.
Man, they weaponize that energy all damn day. And it's crazy because the energy that we was in was making us look pitiful as falling for the Jesus juice that the colonizers came at us with, man. And like it's pitiful how when um Sonetta from Sonetta TV did the survey where he was asking people, where he had a picture of Jesus and he had a picture of Malcolm X, and no, he had a picture of Jesus and he had a picture of one. He had these are two different episodes. One episode he had a picture of Jesus and he had a picture of Marcus Garvey, and the other one he had Jesus and Malcolm X. But the one where he had Jesus and Malcolm, man, undisputedly Jesus won, man. The white hair, blue eye, blonde hair Jesus won amongst dark skinned melanated people, bro. So that weaponization, that amount of weaponization is, to me, I'm like, that's I admire that as a military strategy and shit.
He's like a 2,500 year old government Roman government agent.
Who? Sonetta?
Jesus.
Wow, for real.
2,500-year-old government agent.
Right.
He been
He's military. Like that's a military strategy. That's a military application right there. Jesus itself is a military application.
Yeah, that's straight.
That's a military application.
Yeah, military operation against your consciousness.
Yeah.
And
How the hell they gonna get you to uh allow, like in our situation, with our situation as Moors on our ancestral land, we've allowed them to basically tell us what to do on our land. How
well,
how
they
in the
came up
fuck did that happen? They had to come in with that Jesus, man. They had to come in with some type of
with them crosses and shit.
programming, right? Some
Yeah,
type
with
of
them
programming
Puritans.
where that even can be possible. Like seriously, y'all literally gonna we got into the inferior mindset where we just said, okay, they're the authority. They get to run our lives on our ancestral land.
No, you know what it was? They had help for people from people that looked like us, that weren't us, that
Yeah,
know
yeah,
our
yeah.
shit
You
and
cannot deny that to this day. You can't. And guess
knew
what?
how to use the
Those
magic
the
against us.
the progeny of those sellouts, the progeny of them sellouts are living today.
Yeah, they're
You
still here
understand me?
today. Yeah.
So, and you can see how this shit is overwhelmingly right. Sell out shit. Sell out men. Sell out mentality is overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Sell out all damn day.
The powers that be, the deep state, or whoever is above them, they're probably black people that live in Scotland. I mean, in
Hey,
not Scotland, but
you
in
proposed that, man, and I could not deny it. I was like, wow. You
yeah,
I'm glad you said it because I was thinking it. I just didn't want to say it. But you said it, and I was like, God damn, he said what I was thinking the whole damn time. It got to be. Come on
yeah,
now.
yeah.
It
Come
got to
on,
be melanated people doing this, man. Come on now.
yeah.
Stop it.
Giving them power to be that bad.
Stop it.
Yep.
You understand that?
Yeah. They look like us, sound like us, but they related
See,
to us, but
we
they ain't
probably
us.
we under the impression that they're like the boule, right?
Uh-huh.
No, the people we talking about, no, they're over the people who over the boule, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They are
they got
over.
melanated skin. Okay,
Yeah.
so stop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
And
don't think just melanated skin makes you righteous. And
and they
no,
live in one of them countries where there's never no war, no air pollution, no uh, GMO foods.
right? They just expose us and subject us to that because we are part of. We listen. Y'all better realize this is a plantation. This is a big ass motherfucking plantation we own. You understand that?
Well, they turned it
And
into
they
a plantation.
trying to do everything to keep their chattel slaves in the condition that they in. You understand me? So don't ever get it fucked up until you do what it takes. Because we look, I'm gonna just be honest with you. You're under the impression you're free right now.
Who?
You're under the
Who?
impression you're free, and you
Who?
actually
Who?
not. I can point out multiple ways that you are not free right now. And
Well, the fact that you got to pay for everything that you need to sustain you on the planet tells you that you're not free.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But the thing about it is, we can be free. You can be free though. There is ways to take yourself out of debt, because debt is the main way you take away your own freedom. You are in
Yeah.
perpetual debt. You're never going to be free. Okay, so
Yeah.
also you have to be self-sustainable, right? You have to be able to govern over your own affairs, right? And stop
Hmm.
being encumbered to the state government. You got to stop being encumbered. Like, if the government falls today, you should be able to still thrive. That's how you're free.
Well, okay. That would take a whole community of people. We would all, as a society, it would take almost a big chunk of society for that to happen. A lot of people that were educated ahead of time and advanced and were ready, because when the government fall, the system fall, man, we seen what's going to happen
You're breaking up.
when COVID when COVID took place, and we had the lockdowns, and after they gave everybody all that money and they didn't have to go to work and they were just, running wild and free. You saw how people were. People
I
just went
mean,
crazy.
the demiurge is going to provide all that you need to be no good for yourself.
Yeah, they're gonna do the same thing in this crash. Well, this crash that's coming is gonna be unlike anything else that we've ever seen.
And I
And
can't wait. I can't wait. I love it. Bring it on today, tomorrow. Bring it on today. Let's do it today.
well,
Let's do it
yeah.
tomorrow.
Then after the crash, what are they? How are they gonna come approach us after that? And how we're gonna take it? How we're gonna accept what they have to say or have to offer us? What they're gonna try to get us to co-sign on? They're going to try to get us to co-sign on some new shit. But if we're smart, that's where the world should take back the planet.
Unplug, 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 unplug. We have to unplug from the matrix. The longer people are in the matrix, they're fueling the beast. So we have to unplug from the matrix in order to bring it down. Because as long as we fuel it, it's going to continue. If we unplug it, then of course, there's going to be a lot of consequences to unplugging, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to accept that. The
Well,
consequences of
there are people.
unplugging. Let me finish. The
Mm-hmm.
consequences of unplugging will be lighter than the consequences of continuing to be plugged in. This is what I'm telling
Well,
you. And
well,
what
as long
happens
as.
is when you become self-sustainable, that's free. You're freedom. This freedom. We whatever. I feel like if it takes this economy to collapse and people to make a decision, because a lot of people are still going to make a decision to go back into the beast, into the belly of the beast. But
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be a portion of this society who learns the lesson and be like, okay, we can't depend on that. We can't put our faith in that. We're going to have to do something self-sustainable where we depend on ourselves. You understand me?
Well, that means we're going to have to figure out ways, especially over here in the West. We're going to have to figure out ways to engineer our own reservoirs to preserve the water from the runoffs from the mountains and from the snow. We're going to have to figure out the ways to engineer our our own ecosystem,
See,
and
I'm
that's
glad you
nothing
just
new
said
for
that.
us. We did
I'm glad
that
you
neat.
said that. I'm glad you just said that because what
Hmm.
you just implied is the fact that we would have to take back charge of our land.
Yeah.
We would have to make the indigenous First Nation claim against the United States of America, who is utilizing the resources of our land but not paying taxes to the indigenous people. And why? It's because the indigenous people are sporadic. They're not organized. Everyone's
Hmm.
trying to discredit everyone else's claim as indigenous.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now in the indigenous, autonomous community. Everyone is trying to discredit everybody else's claim. When this this massive land is
Hmm.
so vast that there were so many different. Like for example, my ancestors are from Alabama, and they're from Carib. My ancestors were what you call Carib indigenous people are called the Carib, right? And whatever tribes that were in Alabama. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So it's a combination of these two tribes. And we always knew that. It was always a brotherhood. There was always a worldwide empire. That's what the empire was the connection of all these different royal families, these royal houses. This is what the empire consisted of.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
know it's
Well,
breaking
you
up
know what?
bad because I'm going in.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
going
getting
in
us.
heavy, and they breaking up as soon as I start going in.
Oh
The
yeah, they
Moorish
got you
Empire
all
was a
blurred.
collection of royal. Oh, they do.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they got
see.
you all.
I see me clear now. I see me clear.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
you
see me
clear
now?
now. Yeah, but start speaking
Okay, yeah.
on some real shit. Yeah, they're gonna blur your ass out.
Like they censoring it.
Hmm.
Like they censoring it. But okay, the Moorish Empire consisted of all these royal houses. We knew. See, the thing about it today, we don't recognize our royalty. The blood we have is royal blood, y'all. We
Hmm.
have royal blood. Why? Because we have the blood that produce all the other different blood types on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that being, we have the royal blood. So we forgot that. So we start operating. We forgot that, and we stopped operating as royalty. The Moorish Empire, the Moorish Empire was an example of us operating on our royal state. Like Bobby Hemmings said we're a first class people. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? A world class people. My bad.
A
We're a
world
world
class.
class people. I mean, we're a
Yeah.
world class people, meaning we're all over the planet.
Yeah.
You understand me? And our
Yeah.
legacy is so deep and entangled with all other people's histories that it's like you we are world class. We're the mother and father of civilization.
And it's hard for our children to
That
take that.
literally, that literally makes us royal. That literally makes us royal on this planet. I'm talking about literally.
Mm-hmm.
Put it like okay, put it like this. Go study what's called the black nobility in Europe. And if you
Okay.
study the black nobility, their claim to royalship is the fact that they were connected to the dark skinned Moors of Europe. They got the
Mm-hmm.
blood.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth, that old pale skinned bitch over there ruling,
Mm-hmm.
she got Moorish blood. She got
Okay.
Moorish
So
blood, okay?
okay,
That
she
shit
got
may
a little
be
nigger.
deep down, that shit may be deep down mutated. Yeah, that may
So
deep down and mutated, but goddamn, she has the blood. She's claiming royalty over there. Why? Because she got royal blood. Man,
so
do
in
your
other words,
research. My
that's what they
thing is,
call
don't believe what I'm saying.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's what they call she got something rotten in her cotton.
Right. Of course, they don't necessarily claim it in the sense of being public about it. They know that they're connected to those darker skinned bloodlines that they use that as claim for royalty. That's the
And
only reason they can claim royalty over there.
in public they call themselves Anglo-Saxons. I call them anal Saxons.
Ah, ah, goddamn. Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Right. Yeah, sometimes we gotta joke because it gets too serious, but it's
Yeah.
serious though.
Hmm.
We
Yeah,
we the
it's
royal
true.
blood. We the
Yeah,
royal
and they
blood.
be calling
That's what I
us.
liked about the cosmology. But look, that's what I loved about the cosmology of the Sumerian cosmology. How we were
Mm-hmm.
made out of the line of blood out of Tiamat.
Tiamat and
Humanity was
Kingo.
made out of the blood of Tiamat. Huh?
Yeah, I've been knowing about that. I wrote songs about that. I'm Lord El Kingu, Dark Magic Dragon, Godson King. I'm in your subconscious
Right, right,
mind.
right. Yeah, and Tiamat was a dragon. Well, she transformed
Exactly.
into a dragon. She was originally a principle of the universe,
Yeah, she's they call her the Dragon Godmother,
but she
the
transformed
Dragon
into a
Goddess,
dragon.
the Dragon Goddess Queen, the Great Mother Dragon Goddess Queen.
And I forgot the other god that slayed her. Yeah,
Marduk,
she
Marduk.
was a dragon. Yeah,
She
Marduk
was.
slayed her,
Mm-hmm.
and
And he
basically
was inky.
part of he slayed her, and part of her became the earth, and another part of her became the heavens.
Yeah, yeah, the dark matter, yeah, part of her became the ocean. Yeah, part of her became the earth. Her flesh became the earth. Her blood became the seas, and her breath became the seven heavens. Yeah, I wrote a song about that a long time ago.
But check it out, though. That whole cosmology was really talking about a battle between the the feminine that the original feminine energy of the universe and the masculine
Hmm.
energy. The masculine energy became more prevalent at that time when he slayed Tiamat.
Yeah, and
Tiamat
then
represents a feminine principle.
okay, now check this out. Tiamat and Kingu, our blood is the blood of Kingu, which is the blood of the king, royal blood. All right. So
Right,
Kingu
that's
and
Tiamat. That's
Tiamat,
Tiamat's son, right? That's
yeah,
Tiamat's
and
son.
her consort. He became her consort too. Now they were the great 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 grandparents of the gods that slayed them. Now the gods that slayed them turned them into humanity, which is us.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so we are the great 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 grandparents of the gods who got us down here praying to them. We're their great great
Wow.
grandparents. They're our children.
Yeah. There. Wow. For
Okay.
real. Yeah. 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 Because
Yeah.
in their cosmology, the older gods begot the younger gods.
hmm So
You know what I'm saying?
things are going to flip. They're going to be bound down to us because they're going to become humans and we're going to become gods.
Yeah, because that's just the energy projection or polarity of the energies, though.
Yeah.
That's the energy
hmm
polarity switching. Because if you go into the whole story, it goes into what we was talking about, how we're in a different evolutionary cycle right now. That was a totally
hmm
different one that was in that. It's to us in this reality we in. It's a mythology. It's
Yeah.
considered a mythology.
Yeah.
Woo!
You see,
Shit.
it's
That
like
was
this.
another evolution.
See, and not only like this, we're the only ones who have the chance to go to the next level. They don't. The only way they can get to the next level is through us. They have to merge with us. Now, or keep us down here and keep our energy, pimp our energy to help keep their kingdom going down here. But when that can no longer continue and evolution is going, in the way that it's going to go, they have no choice. Either they hitch on with us and bow down to us, or they got to, we all got to be on the same level,
Woo! They
or
do not want
they
this
got to stay
broadcast to come
here,
through. They do
huh?
not want this broadcast to come through.
I
They don't
know,
want this one to come through, man.
I know,
We saying some shit that they don't want to come through. They don't want
I
this one to
know.
come through, man, because this
They
motherfucker
don't want.
fucking up bad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for the red, the red.
I hope the show don't come out like that, because a lot of time when it's fucking up like this, the show come out clear though. When it do the
Yeah.
rebroadcast,
Mm-hmm.
it come out still clear. So I hope it come out clear, because what we've said on this show, boom,
I know, man. We throwing
mind blown.
grenades out there, spiritual
I'm definitely
grenade.
going back to this one. I want to hear what the hell I was what we just said in this show. We said some shit.
Yeah, we said some shit, man. Yeah. I would advise people to put more emphasis on meditation at this time because the energy that you can attract can take you once you go into that darkness and just you know let that your first eye take over there. The
Right.
journey you go is probably going to be unexplainable, and what you can explain, people going to think you're crazy when you explain it, because that's where we're at now. uh, what I think you would consider the impossible, not only the impossible but stupid, dumb, crazy, is going to be the new norm and new reality.
Man, I hope this show don't come out messed up on the rebroadcast.
Well, yeah, if it
I
do,
hope
I
it don't come out
understand why.
messed up on the rebroadcast.
Yeah, you see, we got all this junk DNA in us that
We
they
said
can't
some
even
stupid
fathom.
stuff.
We have all this junk DNA
Right.
that
Well,
they can't fathom.
they call it junk DNA just so you can dismiss it and treat it insignificant, but it's
Yeah,
activating inside of us. So this
yeah.
is
What
why they
that
call
junk?
it junk DNA. Do you
Yeah,
realize
what?
that they're using their prejudice against us in their science? Whenever they
Yeah,
call junk, it's something that can be thrown away. So why would they
yeah.
refer to it as junk when it's actually latent part of your DNA? It's a latent part of your DNA that's not online yet, and it's
It's
coming
because
online, and it's
it's some
supposed to come
junk that they
online
don't
around
have.
the time that we use.
Yes, it's some junk
Exactly.
that
So
they
it's
don't
junk
have.
to them.
Yeah,
It's
and they're
yes. So
afraid of.
it's referred to as junk. Yes.
Yeah, they can't explain this shit.
Yeah.
They have no
It don't make sense
mathematics.
to them. It
It
don't make
don't.
sense to them in their three-dimensional orientation, which
Mm-mm.
that's as far if they're going in the most they going to at the most to the fourth dimension. I mean the fifth dimension. At the most, the
Mm-hmm.
fifth.
At the
You know
most.
what I'm saying? They probably can exceed beyond the sixth, but they ain't going no higher than that.
That if we don't fucking
If you
destroy
ain't
this
got no
fucking
soul,
universe, and that if our melanin don't fucking just go crazy and destroy this fucking universe and birth a new one, and we start our evolution from there and continue on.
I mean, I embrace that every day. I do that ritual every day.
Yeah,
Where the whole
because
universe
our
is destroyed.
yeah, our melanin been down here for a long, long time being compressed, especially since they got on the planet. All they've been doing is compressing our shit. Okay, I keep like the master himself, Bobby Hemmett, says this shit gets stronger through aggression and pressure. And that's all they've been doing here is putting it under aggression and pressure. They're doing everything we need for them to do to turn us into a fucking crystallized diamond. They putting all the pressure on this carbon melanin for it to
Man,
crystallize and turn into
I'm sick of this
something
bullshit
that
now.
they're not going to be able to deal with.
I couldn't hear nothing you just said. You was breaking up. So yeah,
That's
get your last words in, cause fuck them. We
Yeah,
get your
it's
last word in.
unfortunate.
I can end this. Cause I'm
You'll
sick
hear
of
it
this
on the re-show.
broadcast.
Well, hey, the fact they're doing this, it just lets me know how desperate they are, and this must be a real critical time. And we're putting energy out there that they don't need put out there because they need things to go smoothly for them. And I don't think this is going to help things go smoothly. And
Breaking
so,
up, breaking up again.
oh well, you'll hear why. Well, yeah. All I gotta say, as the famous Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi, if you kill me now, I only become greater. There you are.
All right, y'all. We out. We out. We
Yeah,
out,
we
brother.
out. They don't want us around. Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Well, adios. Listen to our show.
Order out of chaos. Chaos out of order, y'all.
Yeah, and darkness is the parents, the mother and father of light.